Everybody, it's another Tree Trunk show here with Serena Charangundla, head of marketing and go-to-market for Tree Trunk, and myself, John Wolpert. And we have a special um, uh, uh, guest, Will Gaines. So
What's going on, everyone? It is so good to see you all, virtually speaking. Uh, I am currently about to go on stage at NFT Con in Miami, representing Tree Trunk, representing Living with Will, letting people know about the amazing work that we're doing here, the amazing things that we got on the way, and also just holding space so that people can talk about the amazing projects that they're working on. I'm super excited to tell you all about some amazing news that we have planned. I wish that I could be in the show with John and Serena today, but I'm glad to know that you all are well taken care of. So enjoy, and I'll see you all next week. But I do have a special announcement to let you all know that an exciting development has occurred in the Tree Trunk family and the Living with Will collaboration. And that has resulted in Will's Treehouse, a new daily show on Twitter Spaces, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, every day, Monday to Friday. You can find us there, vibing out, talking to artists, talking to activists, talking to entrepreneurs, sharing stories, sharing space, and letting people have an opportunity to talk about what they're working on. I'm super excited to be a part of this. So grateful to the Tree Trunk team for thinking of me for this role and for going down this road with me. And I hope to see you all there. So come through every day and whenever you're free, and just say what's up. Much love, everyone. I hope you have an amazing time with the show today. I hope you have an amazing week. You're amazing in every way. You're uniquely great. So keep doing what you do, y'all. And I'll see you all next week.
Thanks, Will.
And that was Will Gaines, Living with Will. Thanks, Will, for that PSA. And tune in next week on Twitter Spaces on our at Tree Trunk NFT account.
And Living with Will.
And Living with Will. That's right. So we'll be excited to see that next week. If you are watching, hit like and subscribe and do all those wonderful things. In fact, please hit that subscribe button, because we're building up to have our YouTube channel specially named, and subscriptions help with that. But without further ado, I'd like to also now introduce Terrence Leonard, who is the new head of engineering, VP of engineering for Tree Trunk. Terrence, welcome. Terrence just joined this week. How you doing?
Hey, yeah, thanks. How's it going? Hey, everybody. Yeah, I'm the new VP of engineering. So sort of taking over, all of the engineering responsibilities to get Tree Trunk to where we want to go from a technical standpoint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great to have you. Just yesterday, I was off to a great start, had a bunch of engineering meetings, and it was you had really good input. Like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna organize this. This is gonna happen. We're gonna know about this time frame. By that, it was great.
Right.
It was really a joy to have you here.
Yeah, getting in and oh, go ahead, Serena.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, getting in and just getting a handle, meeting the team, getting an understanding of where the projects are currently, and where we want to go, getting those timetables right. I think that's really important for any service, any engineering team. So kind of digging in and drinking from the fire hose right now, and it's been an enjoyable experience in the few days so far.
Right on. What do you think? What are the? It's very early to say, but can I put you on the spot and say, where do you think the key work is? We're having an update. We're updating the system soon, but I don't think any user facing changes will occur. Oh, except notifications, right? So
right.
the way you mint or create prints, there's all those bubbles on the right hand side. So if you've been using Tree Trunk, they kind of populate, and now there's going to be a more succinct kind of set of check marks that pop up, and you'll see whether how many, whether all the check marks are succeeding or not. So you'll be able to see all that at once.
Right.
But I think that's the only update that that will be user facing, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think one of the critical components for any service that's in this space is customer trust, and so being able to and make sure that notifications are passed to customers, that where you're at in the process is very important for us to communicate to everybody. So that's probably one of the biggest critical points that we're going to have in the near future is over communicating. What we're doing, what's going on, where you're at, and everything between minting, between buying, selling, everything.
And
Yeah.
Terrence, over the past 2 weeks, we've kind of done some introductions, and I think it would be really awesome for everyone to hear from you and just a little bit more about your background and how you came into this space.
Yeah, exactly. So I, I'm a veteran. I'm a former naval officer. Started off in flight school, had a good time there. Later transferred into the information warfare community. Did a little bit of cybersecurity. Did a little bit of things that I can't talk about, which was cool. I left there and went to Amazon. Worked for AWS on the EC2 on the EC2 team. And the microservices that make up EC2. I bounced around some startups in the Bay Area. And then, I had reached out to John and was like, hey, I love what you guys are doing. And I'd love to be a part of it. And so that's, the journey. I have a very not typical career path. But here I am, huge enthusiast in this space. So I'm really glad to be here.
Right on. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And I know you're looking for talent. We have a great
That's right.
dev team, but we got to grow it. I know you've got your eye on some people already.
That's right. Yeah. We're looking for, we're looking for a solid front engineer, a DevOps engineer. We need some heavy work in the DevOps space. I come from a DevOps SRE background. So if you're out there, definitely, connect with us, and we'd love to speak with you.
DBA, right? We need database.
Yes. Database. Yes. We need
Good
somebody.
architect.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. We've got a good architect, but we're going to need more.
Yeah. I think the thing is, we're such a young growing company that there's really a lot of opportunity here to kind of grow into things that you want to get into. We definitely need some all-stars, but we're also looking for people that, want the ability to grow in their careers and the things that they want to do.
Right on. I'm seeing if I can actually log into Dev, and I can.
Well, Terrence, in the meantime, I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about what intrigued you about TreeTrunk.
Yeah, I think when it comes to NFTs and it comes and what the mission of TreeTrunk is to provide a sustainable income stream for artists and collectors alike. I think that's a big important mission. We're seeing a lot of people that have now access to art in a new way that they haven't had before. I was at a museum last month in Atlanta, the High Museum, and there was an exhibition there of the poster, and they were talking about how the poster had given people more access to buy art in this way. And I was like, that's pretty interesting, because that's exactly like what NFTs are. And so being able to now provide artists and distributors this royalty stream, I think is a major mission. So to be a part of that, to be a part of this new growing space, I think was really what drew me to TreeTrunk.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was also kind of what drew me into TreeTrunk as well. So glad that that's there both ways.
Yeah.
And so we also do have some pretty big updates in the works. So John, I don't know if you want to share a little bit more about the EIP 4910.
Yeah. So the EIP 4910 is the new, the successor, we think, to the 721, which is the venerable standard for NFTs for as long as, since 2015. And it is, of course, we've discussed before on the show and elsewhere, that it is the first smart contract that handles royalty distribution not only to a creator, but to distributors or collectors as well. Um, so whenever an item is sold, it can distribute royalties to the person that distributed it to the seller, and to the person that distributed it to them, and the person that sold it to them, and all the way up to the original owner, the creator. So think of it. That's why we call it tree trunk, or one of the reasons is that it creates this tree-like structure, 4 generations deep of ownership. So I can, as an owner, I can create 10 prints from my original plates, my original artwork, and those 10 prints can each make up to 10 prints if I let them do up to 10. I can require it to be less than that, but I can allow it to be up to 10. Each of those prints can make up to 10, and each of those prints can make up to 10. And that is a pretty nice model, because down at the bottom of that tree where you can't make any royalties, because there's no further prints beyond that, you're buying the work because you love it, because you love the artist. You want to maybe be in the chat room with the artist and with some of the holders. Maybe Beyonce's in there, and you want to be in the chat room with Beyonce or whatever, whoever is holding a higher level item that created yours, and you're able to prove that your NFT, your artwork, not just the NFT but the artwork itself, is set up so that it can prove that it is a child of the original piece, provably, without actually showing the original piece. So that allows us to protect the original from copying and misuse, while still allowing you to enjoy the work and share it and show it to people. So that's the way TreeTrunk works, and that's the foundation of that is the EIP 4910, which is an open standard. Anybody can use it. I'm just dying to see what people use it for, and how they change it. And you can get it on. It's on, if you go into pull requests on the GitHub, on the Ethereum Foundation GitHub repo. And if you're a developer, you know how to do this. Go in there and you'll find the EIP 4910 as a pull request, and that's being merged. It's in the process of being merged. So everybody should be talking about the 4910, because if I was a journalist, I'd be saying, "Whoa, what's happening? My world is changing. How is this going to affect traditional NFTs?" Well, it turns out you can actually turn a traditional NFT into a 4910, although we haven't written the code for that. It's totally doable. So
And
somebody's going to do that, whether it's us or somebody else, huh?
And if you are sharing or talking about the EIP 4910, feel free to hashtag EIP 4910. We've been getting that going all week, so definitely do that if you're talking about it. And on the topic of the EIP 4910, we have a special drop coming up. We're going to release the blog post to give you all some updates on the EIP 4910. So we'll publish it right now in 3, 2.
Or are you doing this?
I am. 1.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, let's put the link.
That's
up.
awesome.
Cool. Hey, that's nice.
Absolutely.
Nice surprise there.
Yes, I am going to get the link, and we can put that up in 1 second.
Okay.
We just wanted to give you all something to celebrate.
Yeah, there it is. It's up, and I'll put it on chat.
Sounds great. And so with these new releases that are coming out, so the new draft standard, created by Dr. Andreas Freund, who we're so fortunate to have as a part of our team. And it's, again, just to reiterate, the first standard to enable on-chain royalty distribution for all parties. So just to keep running on our launches and updates, we've kind of set a time frame for our mainnet launch, which will be in June. And feel free to stay tuned for more updates, but we will be featuring a group of 11 immensely talented artists who've chosen to support innovation. And their names are Arabella Proffer, Brandon Bro, Carmilla Sumantri, Crypto Jeweler, Dilek Sezin, Ishita Banerjee, Latch, Logic, Pareen Haydari, Sam Madhu, and Vimal Chandran. And if you are curious about any of their works, we're also in the chat going to put a link to our blog post that includes a link to every single one of their websites and ways to find their work and support their art. So please do that until the mainnet launch, which we will also update you once that's out. But we have an amazing group of artists. Definitely go check out their works, and we are very excited.
Yep, you can catch all this stuff on just going to the TreeTrunk.io site and going down the bottom footer, and you'll see the OG artists. You'll see about, and if you click on any of those, and then just click on the blog icon up at the top of any of those items, you'll get to the full blog list, and then you can grab the new blog entry about the EIP 4910 hashtag EIP 4910. That's hashtag EIP 4910. Alert your local news media that the 4910 is here, and everything is about to change. And if I was a journalist, I would want to know about it. So that's kind of what's happening. I think next week Will will be back from the show, or from NFTLA, NFTCon, and he was in NFTLA last week, right?
Yeah, Will has kind of been all over.
Yeah. And he'll be joining us, I'm sure, at NFT NYC, or NYC and NFT NYC. The mainnet release is coming. That's when things really get exciting, because all of those artists, all 11 of them, will be available to purchase with real money. And that means that when you buy one of their prints, you're going to be able to make prints and sell them and earn royalties forever. So yeah, excited about that. We're really, really itching to be out there firing live ammo and seeing what that does to the community. We think it's extraordinarily viral, because if you're an influencer now, you're going to be able to earn money off of that, the ability to move those prints with your community and benefit the artists, all in a smooth, seamless process. And then Serena, we just filled out the paperwork. We're on our way to NFT NYC. Is that right?
We are. So if anyone will be at NFT NYC, please come check out TreeTrunk, because we will surely be there. I believe the whole team is going, so this is going to be super exciting. And you can catch us in a couple different places. I won't release too much information yet, but stay tuned for more updates, maybe in the next week or two. And
if you want to be part of the TreeTrunk tree huggers army, you can. Are we going to start calling people tree huggers? I don't know. Is that what
TBD.
Hey, tree. That's the way we should intro this show. Hey, tree huggers. I don't know if that sticks or not. Don't try to make that a thing, Becky. Fetch is tree hugger. Fetch. I shouldn't try to make memes.
Well, we do have the tree house in Discord as well too.
Yeah,
maybe we'll call everybody. Yeah, welcome to the tree house.
Welcome to the tree house. Yeah. But who are we? Are we tree housers? Are we tree huggers? Are we tree people?
Are we tree trunkers?
Tree trunkers. Trust the trunk. Tap the tree. I don't know, something. We'll figure it out. So.
Yes, we will, and we'll update you all as well. And on the note of kind of launches, so we've covered the mainnet and we've covered NFT NYC, but I just want to also reiterate one more time, we are on the testnet. So if you have not gone on the website, treetrunk.io, and test out the platform, I would encourage everyone to do so. We are on the testnet, so it's in test ETH, and you can basically explore the website, see the amazing artwork that is on there by our 11 artists, and create prints, sell those prints, and have some fun with the royalties. We have heard that it's kind of addicting. I mean, I also look at it all the time too, so I can attest to that one. But it's awesome, and we would definitely welcome any feedback as well. Super open to that. So I would encourage everyone to go test out the platform.
Right on. Well, I think that's our time. We're trying to keep these to a half hour, although whenever we have, we'll have more artists on this video, weekly videos, but we'll also, I think that's what Will's really going to be focusing on as well on the dailies is having that, line of artists. And I really do like the idea that if you're going to be an artist on TreeTrunk, you're going to drop on TreeTrunk, after the GA and that you can go on the show and promote the work, and we can also help validate that you're not stealing from people that way, right? You can say, hey, they're on the show. They didn't. It'd be a weird faker that went on a show to promote how they their art and their craft and how they got the work done, and then they actually stole it from somebody. That'd be a kind of a strange thing to do. So yeah, it's a good way to sort of validate that you're the original artist, and that your community can trust that work is yours.
Also, since we are channeling Will today with him not being here and being at NFTCon Miami, Terrence, one question that he asked me and John that I would love to just toss forward onto you is, if you were an animal, what animal would, or not if you were an animal, but kind of like your spirit animal, what animal would that be?
Yeah, I have to say lion. I have to say
Okay.
lion. Yeah, for a lot. I mean, Leonard is rooted in lion heart, so I feel like lion is definitely the spirit animal that I'd have to choose for sure.
That's awesome.
King of the jungle.
Oh yes.
What did you choose?
I was a tiger.
Okay.
And
that
John
makes John
quickly
the bear?
mentioned my negotiating skills.
Yes, that's right. Don't negotiate with Serena. You will lose. You will lose.
That's awesome.
It's always a
Yeah.
win-win.
Yeah, sure. That's good negotiating when they make you feel like you got a win-win out of it. Yeah, that's the real art. Right on. Well, I think we have wrapped another show. We got 1 minute to go. Thank you guys, Terrence. Thanks for coming on. It's so great to have you here, and we'll have more of the team on as we go. We'll start to really ramp the show up, and I think our new marketing team as well will probably be pumping this show up going forward. So I'm excited about that. All right. Well, we'll play the credits, and we'll see you guys next week on the TreeTrunk.